The political calculations in Nigeria may change ahead of the 2019 presidential election as a leader in the northern part of the country and retired Colonel Dangiwa Umar is already being touted as pressured to contest in the exercise. Umar is also said to be highly respected in the north and in many parts of Nigeria because of his integrity and stand on national issues. He is also a die-hard supporter of the country's unity. Though Umar has not spoken about his intention to contest, it is learned that many top Nigerians cut across various political and business divides are already asking him to throw his hat in the political ring. He is said to have pitched tents with the National Intervention Movement, NIM. If he agrees to run, it means that the number of prospective contenders for the presidency from the north would have increased. Though President Muhammadu Buhari has not openly declared his intention to seek re-election, his handlers are already giving the impression that he could take up the challenge again. Atiku Abubakar, a former vice president, Sule Lamido, former governor of Jigawa, Ahmed McCarthy, a former governor and ex-chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Rabiu Kwankwaso, as well as a host of others are already said to be making moves to contest. A Lagos-based lawyer, Inibehe Effiong, in his reaction to the news about Umar's reported entrant into the political battle, said, "Colonel Abubakar Dangiwa Umar will have my full support and vote if he runs in 2019 as the presidential candidate of the recently formed National Intervention Movement, otherwise called the Third Force." On his part, the second national vice president of the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, Monday Ubani, said though he had thought President Buhari would win the 2019 election because there is no credible alternative, there would be a huge challenge if Umar decides to run. To those who believe in President Buhari, he is positioned to win the 2019 presidential election, perhaps because there are no credible candidates yet in the horizon. I belong to that category. However, if it is true that retired Colonel Dangiwa Umar, former military governor of Kaduna, is contemplating and is ready to run for the office of the President of Nigeria in 2019, then President Muhammadu Buhari is clearly in trouble. If antecedent, acts, works, spoken words, age, character, consistency are anything to go by, then the battle line is transparently drawn, and I hereby welcome Nigerians to the greatest exciting time of our age, he said. We earlier reported how the Good News Nigeria, a northern group with the goal of uniting the country's various units, has picked former Kaduna State Governor, retired Colonel Umar Dangiwa, as the best person for the 2019 presidential election from the region. The report said it was not known, however, if Dangiwa, an outspoken leader from the region, has agreed to slug it out with President Muhammadu Buhari when the time comes.